आवाज आ रही है मेरी?
हाँ जी सर।
यस सर।
ठीक, नेक्स्ट come to question number 2. Calculate the PV ratio of merged entity. Now, how will you merge the entity? Look here. So this is given in the question for unit number 1. Sale is 200, variable cost is 140, and fixed cost is 30. This is for unit number 2. Unit number 2, but he has given it 75% capacity. So when you have to merge it, you will first make this unit 2 into 100%, convert this 75 into 100% capacity. So how will you convert this into 100% capacity? ये देखो, sales at 75% capacity, if that is at 75, at 100% it will become 100. Variable cost will also change. How will this change? If 75% is equals to 54, that means 1% is equals to 54 by 75, and 100% is equals to 54 by 75 into 100. 25 3s are 25 4s are 3 1s are 3, 3 8s are 24, right? And what is 18 4s are 72. You see this. Have you understood how did I convert this 54 into 72? But fixed cost remains the same. Even if the unit is operating at 75% profit, the rent will, you have to give the full rent. At 75% operating capacity, sales can be 75%. Variable cost will be less, because if your sales are less, variable cost will also be less. But the fixed cost will be the same. So this is your location 2 at 100% capacity. So now if you will merge, so sales of location 1 plus sales of location 2 is 300. Variable cost of location 1 plus variable cost of location 2 is 212. And fixed cost of location 1 and location 2 is 44. So this is the merged entity that we have. And now you have, हाँ जी
सर ये फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट का भी तो 75% है ना, तो इसको नहीं बनाया क्या 100%?
मैम क्यों होएगा 100%? बताओ, किराया तो पूरा दोगे ना मैम, चाहे आप प्रोडक्शन आधी करो चाहे आप प्रोडक्शन 10% करो।
ओके सर, ओके, थैंक यू।
ठीक है ना मैम, किराया तो उतना ही रहेगा, लेकिन जो वेरिएबल कॉस्ट है वो आपकी प्रोडक्शन के हिसाब से वेरी करेगी। कम प्रोडक्शन करोगे वेरिएबल कॉस्ट कम होगी। ओके, now come to question number 2. What is the PV ratio of merged entity? So you have the formula. Contribution is sales minus variable cost. It will be 88 divided by sales 300 into 100. This is your PV ratio of the merged entity. Third question.
सर ये फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट वाला कंसेप्ट दोबारा समझाना।
सर इधर देखो, बात सुनो मेरी। आप एक आपकी फैक्ट्री है, you have a factory, you pay 20,000 per month as rent, right? Okay, right. You can produce in that factory, if you want, you can produce 1 lakh pieces, 1 lakh units you can produce. Okay, and if you produce 1 lakh units, your variable cost will be, let us say for 1 unit it is 10 rupees, so your variable cost will be 10 lakh. Is that clear? Is it clear? But you decide that you will produce only 75,000 units. When you will produce only 75,000 units, your variable cost will also reduce. Yes or no?
Yes.
Your variable cost will become 7.5 lakhs. Okay, you can reduce your production, you can reduce your variable cost. Will you go to the landlord and tell him that I will pay you only 15,000 rent because I'm doing less production? Will he agree?
No.
That's it. So that is the reason the rents does not change. Whether you're operating at 75% capacity or you're operating at 100% capacity, you have to pay the full rent. Is it clear or not?
Clear, sir.
Now, next question. Calculate the profit of merged entity at 80% capacity. So, if the merged entity at 100% capacity is this, we already know. At 80%, sales will be 80%, 240. Variable cost will also be 80%, 169.6. But the fixed cost will remain the same, 44. There will be no change in the fixed costs. And what is this is one more formula you have to remember. Profit is equals to sales minus, basically it is not the formula, it is common sense. Selling price minus cost price is the profit. What is the total selling price is the sales. What is the total cost price? That is your total cost. So that is your variable cost plus fixed cost. So this is your profit. Is it okay?
सर
हाँ जी
सर ये जितने फॉर्मूलेस हैं इनको याद करने का कोई तरीका है
सर एक तो फॉर्मूला है सिर्फ
नहीं और प्रीवियस जो और अभी और आगे भी आएंगे
कौन सा फॉर्मूला बताओ सर प्रीवियस कौन सा फॉर्मूला है बताओ
सर जो हम लोग
सर रेशियो
का पूरा सर जो है लिक्विडिटी रेशियो वो सब
रेशियोज में सर
है क्या बताओ व्हाट इज लिक्विडिटी रेशियो बताओ व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ लिक्विडिटी whether the company has sufficient short term assets to pay off sufficient short term liabilities. Short term asset क्या होता है current asset. Short term liability क्या होती है current liability. So CA by CL. What is quick ratio? Whether the company has short cash is quick asset to pay off current liability. What is debt equity ratio? What is the meaning of debt borrowed fund? What is the meaning of equity owned fund? Owned fund minus your intangible assets. So debt equity ratio क्या हो गया borrowed fund divided by owned fund minus intangible and fictitious. है क्या उसमें DSCR उसको आप you read it 3-4 times, that's it. कुछ भी नहीं है सर, you have it, just repeat it. That is why I'm telling you have to revise CAIB.
सर ये रीजन है ना कि रिवाइज नहीं कर पा रहे हम इसको
सर वो तो अब करना पड़ेगा ना सर 15 मिनट तो दिन के निकालने पड़ेंगे ना सर. You will have to take out 15 minutes. There is no other means
तो टाइम इतना हो जाता है बैंक से आने का
I know sir it is difficult but
सर और एग्जाम वाले टाइम भी रिवाइज होगा दोबारा से सिलेबस की ये कंटिन्यूटी में
सर एग्जाम के सर देखो एग्जाम से पहले एक 3 घंटे की रिवीजन क्लास होती है but you also know that 3 hours are not sufficient to revise everything. Okay, so unless until you don't study कुछ नहीं हो सकता. Lot of people ask me that what is my result in CAIB. I simply tell them, okay, so do you want to know what is my result in CAIB?
Yes, sir.
You want me to give a political answer or an actual answer?
एक्चुअल
सर एक्चुअली ही चाहिए हमें तो
So actual answer ये है, whatever I do in the class, if you attend the class properly and you revise it 2 times. Revise means read it 2 times. You will pass the exam. The probability of passing the exam will be 90%. If you read it 1 time, this probability will be 75%. If you don't read it, the probability will be only 50%. That's it. This is the real answer. Now the choice is yours. Next. Now, question number 4.
we can revise.
Question number 4. Calculate the break-even point of the merged plant. Now, what is the formula of break-even point? Fixed cost divided by PV ratio. We did this yesterday. This was the last slide, second last slide. So what is the fixed cost in this merged plant? 44. What is the PV ratio of the merged plant? Here, 29.33. So 44 by 29.33, you get 150. This question has come once. So what I will do is, the day I will finish ABM, the day I will finish ABM, after that we'll do a off for 1 day or 2 days, जिसमें you can revise and digest ABM. Then I can start with BFM. Okay?
ओके सर।
सर कल और परसों की दे दो, पहले वाला रिवाइज कर लेंगे।
सर कल और परसों की छुट्टी ले लोगे? बताओ, ये सैटरडे संडे को तो आप ज्यादा क्लास कर सकते हो ना सर, काम भी तो खत्म करना है।
सर एक दिन की दे दो चलो।
सर मॉड्यूल ए कब शुरू कराओगे?
मॉड्यूल ए?
या
10 मिनट, 10 मिनट। नो, गो ऑन म्यूट प्लीज। Then ये हो गया। ये case study 15.2, 15.3, read it on your own. Okay. Now come to Mr. Sandeep. There will be no holiday on Saturday and Sunday. I will give you holiday on any working day. Saturday, Sunday, we have the time to complete the class, means to cover up the syllabus. One class on a weekend is equal to almost 2 normal day or 2.5 normal day classes. So one weekend, if you do efficiently, we cover almost what we cover in 1 week. Now, what is EOQ? What is the economic order quantity? This is your case study number 11. See, let us say our Mr. Ajay has a godown. Okay. He has a shop where he sells air conditioners, washing machines, TV, refrigerators. Now what happens is, there are 2 things. He can order all the stuff at once, put the entire stuff in his storage, and keep on selling it slowly every month. Now there is a problem. If he sells 500 ACs or 300 ACs in a year, so 300 ACs into 200 washing machine plus 1000 TVs plus 500 fridge, he will order, if he orders it at once. So let us say this material is worth 50 crores. So first of all, his 50 crore is blocked. Then he will pay interest on this 50 crores. Then for so much of stuff, he needs a big storage. Rent of this storage. This is a lot of cost. But if he sees that he feels that he sells only 10 ACs a month, 10 washing machines a month, 20 TVs a month, and 10 fridges in a month, If he orders only according to 1 month or 1.5 month inventory, let us say he orders 15 pieces each. Now what will happen? Instead of 50 crore, only 7 crore will be blocked. Because when he places the order, instead of making the payment of 50 crores, he will place the payment of, he will buy goods worth 7 crores. His interest cost will also reduce. He needs a smaller godown. His storage cost will reduce. Are you getting me? So in EOQ tells us that what should be the optimum level of ordering, how much stuff you should order so that you can achieve the maximum profitability. And it is given here on your page number 100. इसका क्रेडिट की थ्योरी विल बी डन बाय भला सर. ओके. देखना यार कौन से पेज पे, आई डोंट नो, इधर ही होना चाहिए ऑन दिस 1 or 2 पेजेस. Leave it. यहाँ से कर लो यार. That's okay. Just do it from the case study book. So see this question number 11 first. A gift shop sells 60 glass pots every month. So what are the sales? 60 pots every month. The cost of placing the order is 50 rupees. And cost of holding one glass pot for a year is 5 rupees. On the basis of the information, answer the following questions. First, what indicates the quantity of material or size of the lot that should be ordered so that the cost of ordering can be minimized? This is known as economic order quantity. Now, this is a formula of economic order quantity. ये देखो ये आंसर सी होगा क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 का. ये रहा, this is the solution. See, this is the formula of economic order quantity. EOQ is equals to under root of 2AS, where A is the annual consumption, annual, S is the ordering cost, and I is the cost of holding one piece, inventory carrying cost. So in this case, this shop sells 60 pots in a month. So in 12 months, it will sell 720 units. Ordering cost is 50. And cost to hold one pot for 1 year is 5 rupees. So you will put these values. So 2AS, S is 50. Just make a change over here. This is written wrong over here. Just make this S is 50 divided by 5. So this will be 14,400. Under root of this is 120 units. कल तो आपकी छुट्टी है ना?
हाँ जी सर।
यस सर।
कल का टाइम आपको मैं बताता हूँ। Now, next question. Question number. एक मिनट। What is the formula? Formula we have done. Question number 3. Question number 4 we have done. Answer is 120 units. Come to question number 5. ये बेकार क्वेश्चन है, छोड़ दो उसको, लीव इट। लिखा हुआ मींस दिस इज अ यूजलेस क्वेश्चन। ये क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 पढ़ देता हूं, आपको यू विल फील, आने तो आपको लगेगा कि छोड़ दिया। Aecon Limited produces a product which has monthly demand of 4,000 units. If monthly demand of 4,000 units, what is the annual demand? Annual demand will be 48,000 units. So this point is clear. So we know what is the value of A. Then he says, this product requires a component X. It needs a part X, which is purchased at 20 rupees. For every finished product, 1 unit of component is required. Okay. The ordering cost is 120 per order. So if you see the ordering cost is S. S is how much? 120. So if you see the numerator part is clear. Now, what is the inventory carrying cost? He says the cost of the holding cost is 10% per year. So 1 unit is of 20 rupees, which is put in the मुझे ना क्वेश्चन में ही थोड़ी सी it is not very clear. So basically what is he trying to say, that the inventory holding cost is 10% of this 20 rupees. This is what he's trying to say. So 20 into 10% is 2. Generally this question will not come, but ये लिखा हुआ है, so I'm just clarifying and telling you. You just stick to question number 4. That's all. You will get a straightforward question in the paper. Basically, in this question, he should say that the inventory carrying cost should be 10% of the component X. This is what he should say. Then it looks correct. The inventory holding cost is 10% of component X. Then it looks fine. So component X is of 20 rupees. 10% of 20 is 2. You put 2 over here and you get the answer. That's all. You can make this change in the question. 10% of component X. Now that's all in your credit management. So now we are only left with the theory of credit management, which will be covered by Dad. Credit management में एक part है risk management का, that will be common, that will be covered in the BFM class. Okay. So mathematical portion of credit is over. So now I will start with economics. So today and tomorrow the economics will be over. This is the first chapter of economics. Please open it.
सर कैश बजट भी बाकी है।
Oh, sorry, मैं करवा दूँ, मैं बता दूँ। एक मिनट, I'll tell you. Cash budget was pending, I'll tell you. सर ये देखो, what is cash based method? और एक चीज और उसके साथ ही पेंडिंग थी, मैं वो भी आपको बता देता हूँ, वेट। ठीक है, so what is a cash credit method? Listen to me. Now let us say our Mr. Ajay, he opens a ice cream factory. He goes to the bank, he says, I want a 1 crore CC. Now this is a bank. Bank took 1 crore in deposits from public at 6% and gave 1 crore CC to Ajay at 10%. So bank thought that the spread is 4%. Yes or no? Bank is taking money at 6, giving at 10. But what happens for Ajay is, and the sanctioned CC limit is 1 crore. In quarter 1 and quarter 2, it is a summer season. Sales are high. Ajay uses 1 crore CC. So bank is getting 100% income for bank. Yes or no? But in quarter 3, the sales reduce. Ajay only uses 80 lakh as CC. So the bank's income drops by 20%. In quarter 4, the sales are only 70 lakh. Sales are less, further less. He uses only 70 lakh. Sales are down for bank, the income is down by 70% or 30%. But to the public, bank has to give this 6% no matter what, because bank has promised. So Bank was thinking that it will earn 4%, but actually due to this, on an average 20% fall for 2 quarters, the income of the bank will be less and this spread will actually be less. So this is the problem in case of seasonal industries, softwares, construction, film production, order-based industries. Now you have given a CC limit to the producer. Till the time the movies, he is not having the movie, he is not going to use the CC. But in order to give him the CC, you have already taken the deposit. You have already booked your liability. So in these cases, basically what will happen, the bank will simply tell the ice cream unit that bring your cash flow statements. Bank will tell them to bring the cash flow statements. On the basis of cash flow statements, they will identify the gaps on quarterly basis. And bank will tell them that, see, in quarter 1, quarter 2, your cash flow is high. I will give you 1 crore CC. Just give me a second. Somebody is calling from the class only. And then the bank will tell him that for the next 2 quarters, we will reduce your CC only to 80 lakhs. And accordingly, bank will adjust the liabilities. Is that clear? And is it clear?
Yes, sir.
This is cash budget method. Take a screenshot, that should be enough.
Done.
Rasa?
Now, let us start with economics. In economics, open your chapter number 1. Now, see this. Fundamentals of economics, chapter number 1. What is economics? No, Mr. Sebastian, capital biting is, you don't have to do capital biting. You please don't touch it. Capital biting does not come in your ABM, so just leave it. Okay. Somebody once told us that capital biting questions have come, but they have never come. So leave it, forget it. Now, fundamentals of economics. What is economics? How do you plan your budget? you earn 1 lakh, you spend 70,000, where you want to spend, how much you want to save, it's all economics. Then you get one question from here. Everyone, please mute your mics. Now, microeconomics. पहले इसको पढ़ लेते हैं. Economics is a study of production and consumption of goods and transfer of wealth to produce and obtain these accounts, blah, blah, blah. This will not come. But this question comes. What is microeconomics? Last time also it came. It comes every time. Every time. Microeconomics focuses on the actions of individuals and industries like buyers and sellers. So the chapters like demand, supply, elasticity, these are all in microeconomics. Mr. Ajay, you eat mangoes? Mr. Ajay, you like mangoes?
Yes, sir.
What is the price of the mangoes?
100 rupees per kg.
So let us say 100 rupees per kg. How many mangoes do you buy then? How many kgs do you buy then?
5 kg.
5 kgs. But suppose the price of mangoes become 200 rupees per kg, then will you still buy 5 kgs?
Maybe less.
Maybe less. If it becomes 300 rupees per kg, then?
Maybe more less.
Further less? Fine.
Yes.
If the mangoes become 50 rupees a kg, then? Or maybe
Buy
30 rupees a kg, then?
Buy more.
You will buy more. So this is microeconomics. Actions of Mr. Ajay. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Actions of Mr. Ajay. All right. Do you eat pork? Chalo, let us say, do you eat mutton? Mr. Ajay is not responding. Hanji. Hanji,
Hello,
Kumar
sir.
Roshan ji.
Yes, sir.
Kumar Roshan ji, mutton khate ho?
Yes, sir.
If mutton becomes very expensive, what will you do?
कम खाएंगे.
उसकी जगह क्या खाओगे?
चिकन
Chicken.
Chicken, अच्छा.
You will eat chicken. Fine.
Yes, sir.
This is also microeconomics.
Yes,
You
sir.
substitute the goods. Okay. So microeconomics focuses on the actions of individuals, how individuals perform, actions of industry. All right. Whereas macroeconomics deals with a bigger picture, economic activity of the entire country, your GDP, your international marketplace. Is that clear or not? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So right now, what is the biggest crisis world is facing? Right now. Anyone?
Ukraine
Ukraine, sir.
No, sir. Ukraine crisis is a very small crisis.
inflation sir
Yes, sir.
COVID
Oil
Corona.
price and inflation, sir. Oil
Sri
price
Lanka,
and
sir.
inflation.
Sri Lanka.
No, sir. Inflation. Inflation is the biggest crisis the world is facing. And why? Because they printed a lot of money. That's all. During COVID, they simply printed a lot of money. So when you will print extra money, it will result in inflation. Your GDP increased because you printed money. See, India did not print money. Pakistan did not print money. but US broke all the records of printing money during COVID. The amount of money United States printed during COVID was $13 trillion. This was more than the total expenditure of World War I plus World War II plus your Great Depression of 1929. This is the amount of currency they printed and they distributed to the public. Now, what happens? In a small country like Canada, don't go by the size. Size is 3.5 times of India. Canada is 3.5 times bigger than India. But what is the population of Canada? Population of Canada is only 3.7 crores. That's all. Okay, so in absolute terms, 1% population of India.
Approximate equal to Punjab, sir.
हाँ पंजाब के लिए यार आप NCR लगा लो, नेशनल कैपिटल रीजन लगा लो.
पंजाब की 3 करोड़ प्लस है.
चलो 3 करोड़ लगा लो पंजाब की.
उसमें 50% पंजाब होगा.
और नहीं सर, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है.
अरे नहीं बस.
और नहीं सर, पंजाबीज आर वेरी लेस. कोई इमिग्रेंट पॉपुलेशन में चाइनीज बहुत ज्यादा है. यू विल हैव लॉट ऑफ यूरोपियंस. ठीक है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. पंजाबीज हैं बट मीन्स प्रॉब्लम नहीं आती. लाइक if I don't want to speak in English at all in Canada, I can live very well. I can simply speak Hindi, Punjabi, everywhere Hindi or Punjabi. I have no problems because every second person is an immigrant over here. So usko chhod do. But the thing is, in a small population, this country, they printed $5 billion and they distributed this money straight to the public under the program of COVID relief. They gave $2,000 every month to every family, almost every family, which was in a job. Now, this was extra money for everyone. You just imagine $24,000 per year. And in countries like Canada, people don't have savings. They don't have savings at all. So these people, the public went mad. They went on a spending spree, left, right, center. So you will not imagine, because the public got extra money due to COVID, the demand of furniture increased. They spent money on furniture. They spent money on cars. They spent money on houses. A house which was worth $8 lakh. Now, $8 lakh is not a small amount. During COVID, it went on to $14 lakh. Why? There were only two factors. One factor is excess printing of money. And second, low interest rates. That's it. And now the party is over. And there is chaos everywhere. And these countries like Canada, USA, they are simply blaming Russia. But the problem of inflation is not Russia. Russia-Ukraine war is a very small part of a problem. But the actual problem is this excess printing and almost zero rate of interest. During COVID, the Federal Reserve Bank, the rate at which it lends to other banks, it was almost 0.2% or 0.1%. So when the interest rate, अब ये सोच लो यार कि in Canada, the housing loan was available at 1.3%. Just सोच के देख लो, if the housing loan is available at 1.3%, it is basically nothing. So everybody just went after take the loan, buy a house, take the loan, buy a house.
बट सर ये तो डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज में, और जो डेवलपिंग इकोनॉमी है वो डेवलपमेंट की तरफ जा रही है, तो रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट तो हर जगह ही कम आता है.
सर रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट कम करना जरूरी होता है? रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट इतना कम थोड़ा कर दोगे. मेरे को आप ये बताओ,
सेविंग पे इंटरेस्ट नहीं मिलता होगा?
नहीं, सेविंग पे मिलता है सर. आजकल 3 साल की एफडीआर पे 4% इंटरेस्ट रेट है कैनेडियन डॉलर पे. आप खुद सोच लो, अगर कैनेडियन डॉलर पे इफ आई एम गेटिंग 4% रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट फॉर अ 3-year FDR, that means that the banks very well know that for next 3 years the interest rates are not going to come down. सिंपल सी बात है.
बैंक कैसे कमाते हैं सर इसमें? लोन सस्ता और सेविंग पे इंटरेस्ट दे रहे हैं एफडी.
सर कौन सा लोन सस्ता है? कौन सा लोन सस्ता है? During January, February, the mortgage, this variable rate mortgage, which was at 1.5%, right now, and today's, we have not, even November, we are in October. Okay, this 1.5 has become 5.5 now. कर लो क्या करना है. Because the target inflation here is 2%. These countries cannot afford more than 2% inflation because the size of economy is already so big that they cannot have that bigger growth. So they cannot have more inflation. A country like Canada, where you get interest rate of 1% or 2% a year, in a country like this, if the inflation hits 8%, this means devastation. So now the central bank has openly told that we are going to kill inflation and bring the inflation down to 2%. This is the statement by the Federal Reserve of America, and the same statement came yesterday by the Bank of Canada. So they are going to increase rate of interests. This is not going to stop now. And if Federal Reserve will increase the rate of interest, India will also have to increase the rate of interest. Why? If India does not increase the rate of interest, what will happen? The stock market will crash. Why? Because people will remove the money. All these foreign investors, they will sell their shares in Indian stock market, take out that money and put it in US dollar, because US dollar is going to give them a higher return in a safe way. Dollar is safe. Exchange will lose. When so much outflow will happen, what will happen? When all of a sudden, let us say 100, 200, 300 billion get out of India. So what will happen?
Economy crashed.
Economy नहीं crash होगी sir. Exchange rate fluctuate हो जाएगा ना. Already you can see $1 is equals to rupees 82.3. Why? Why is this happening? Because Federal Reserve is increasing the rate of interest on dollars. So if you are getting a higher rate of interest, आप ये सोच लो ना sir. Just imagine if a 3-year Canadian dollar FDR is giving a 4 or a 4.5% rate of interest. Why should I keep money in Indian stock market where I earn 8%? Tell me. If I have a risk-free return on dollar for 4%, risk-free, why should I convert the currency, then put it in equity market and take such a high risk? I will not do that. I will simply remove my money from Indian markets or other markets and convert it into dollars. Simple. So all this story that I'm telling you, this is all macroeconomics at a global level, at a broader level. Is that clear?
सर
Yes, sir.
उससे है ना सर इससे कनाडा की जो इन्फ्लेशन है वो कैसे डाउन आएगी फिर?
सर नहीं, कनाडा की इन्फ्लेशन कैसे कम होगी? कनाडा अमेरिका दोनों की इन्फ्लेशन एक ही बात है ना सर। ये
मैं दोनों के बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ। अगर वो रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट ज्यादा देते हैं। सुनो। जनवरी और फरवरी में on a housing loan, the rate of interest was 1.5%. People were buying houses left, right, center, crazy. इधर घरों की बोली लगती थी, बोली, लिटरली बोली, bidding wars बोलते हैं। What is the meaning of bidding war? That today evening I list my house on the website. I say that I want to sell my house for $7 lakh. ठीक है? And मेरे को in 1 week there will be auctions happening. Ajay will come that see, this is my offer. I am ready to buy your house at 7,20,000. Okay, I will tell my realtor, my real estate agent. He will call other real estate agents who have seen the house. That see, we have received one offer. Do you want to revise your offer? Immediately Kumar Roshan will come. Okay, done. I am ready to offer you 7,40,000. Then all of a sudden Santoshi will come. She will say, I am ready to offer 7,70,000. And in 3 days, my house, which I was demanding 7 lakh, sells for $8,50,000. What a level of madness. Okay, now when the housing sales are going like this, acha, aap mein se anyone in this class, there are how many people are there in class right now? 94. How many of you have bought a new house or you want to buy a new house? Tell me.
We are want to buy a house.
Want to buy a new house.
3 months back.
Want to buy.
Somebody who has bought the house, please talk to me. Who has already bought the house?
Yes, sir. 3 months back. 3 months back.
So, Mr. Anuvrat or Satish, who has got?
Anuvrat, sir.
Okay.
Satish also, sir.
Okay, fine. Mr. Satish also, Anuvrat also. Okay, so let me talk to Mr. Anuvrat. Anuvrat ji, unmute your mic. Now, Anuvrat ji, you bought a house 3 months back.
Yes, sir.
Have you shifted in your new house?
No, sir. That is just for investment purposes.
Who is going to shift in the new house? Tell me.
Yes, sir. Satish.
Mr. Satish, okay. Now, Satish, you tell me, you have shifted in the new house. Did you buy a new fridge or old fridge? Tell me. Or let me ask you.
Yes, sir.
How much stuff in your new house is new stuff? Can I say that 70% of the items in your new house are new?
More than 70, sir.
More than 70. That means fridge is new, washing machine is new, curtains are new, furniture is new. So when you buy a new house, all these side industries also start going up, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Now, if you don't buy a new house, will you buy all this? No. So now what is happening when the interest rates are going high? Okay. Now, if you want to buy a house from 1.5%, the rate of interest has gone to 5.5%. Nobody can buy a house. Nobody is eligible. So housing prices have started to come down. People are not buying houses. There is no demand for dishwasher, no demand for refrigerators, nothing. Okay, they are killing it. Car loan is available at 7% or 5%. So who will buy a car? Aapko expenses, inflation was so high that
a new Toyota Camry, which is for $35,000, a new one. The waiting period was 6 months because there were no cars. When you gave $5 billion to public went left, right, center in buying the stuff. The demand became so high that the supply was wiped out. There was no supply in the market. You want to buy a Toyota Camry, dealer पता है क्या बोलता था इधर? Dealer बोलता था you have to wait for 6 months. A car like Fortuner in India, you want to buy here, the waiting period was 1.5 years. Waiting period, ये हाल था. ठीक हो गया? A second-hand Toyota Camry, a 3-year-old Toyota Camry was selling for $38,000. ये लो, brand new Toyota Camry is for $35,000. A second-hand Toyota Camry is for $38,000. This was the level of madness. So how will they kill the madness? They simply increased the rate of interest. So when the interest rate is so high, you cannot afford to buy the product. What will happen? You will sit at your home and relax. You will not buy the car. Now what will happen? Now this 6-month waiting period has come down to 1 month waiting period. After another 2 months, these dealers will start calling you and they will beg you, please sir, we are giving you an offer, come buy the car. Now the supply is catching up. They are reducing the prices now. If you go to buy a new car, a dealer on your face was doing black marketing, legal black marketing. Dealer was openly saying that because there is shortage of cars, a new car which is worth $40,000, where the MRP is $40,000, I am selling at $45,000. You want to buy? Give me the money, else that is the door, please get out. This is the language dealers were using. Don't waste our time. This is what happens when the rate of interests are dirt low. When you print too much money, when you become stupid, this is what happens. And now everybody is feeling the pain. ये होता है. So now you understood, sir, when you increase the rate of interest, how you kill inflation. Okay. So this is all macroeconomics. Then came the theories of economics. There was a person known as Adam Smith. Adam Smith is known as father of economics. Okay. He wrote a book, Wealth of Nations. This question comes. Adam Smith wrote a book, Wealth of Nations. Adam Smith believed that government should not interfere in economy. Adam Smith believed, and actually this holds true. Adam Smith said government should only and only provide schools, hospital, transportation, and governance. That's all. Government should not do anything at all other than this. Adam Smith said people know what to produce, how much to produce, and how to produce. You don't, government should not teach people. ये जो concept है ना हमारा planning commission का in India, this has been bought from Russia. Because this is not a capitalistic approach, and all these are failed methods. Now some person in a room will tell me what to produce, how to produce, how much to produce. No. Adam Smith said, you just leave it to people. People know what to produce, how to produce, how much to produce, and they will produce at maximum efficiency. They will generate maximum profits. Government should not interfere with them. Government should only provide law and order. Schools, hospitals, transport, that's all. So this is known as a classical school. Adam Smith, known as father of economics, established the first modern economic theory, which was known as a classical school. Smith believed that people who acted in their own self-interest produced goods and wealth that benefited all of the society. In his book, Wealth of Nations, Adam Smith defined economics as study of nature and causes of wealth of nation. He said government should not restrict or interfere in the markets because they could regulate themselves and produce wealth at maximum efficiency. Okay, many people do not believe it, but this is the reality. Capitalism works, socialism does not work. If this welfare approach you think works, see, welfare approach looks very good on paper, that government should work for welfare of everybody, government should make sure everybody gets food. This looks good on paper, but it never works. Had it worked, Russia, USSR would have never gone broke. All the countries, Cuba, Venezuela, USSR, all the countries who followed this welfare approach actually died. So who are the countries who have survived? Who followed this Adam Smith advice of capitalism? Germany, UK, USA. So this works. Second is a welfare approach.
Even India जितनी population में भी सर.
देखो इंडिया में प्रॉब्लम क्रोनी कैपिटलिज्म है. Entire control is given to very few people. This is the problem. Capitalism is good, but crony capitalism is very bad. What is the meaning of crony capitalism? मैं बता देता हूँ in simple words. And this happens way too much in India. So let us say I am a dealer of let us say I am a dealer who sells laptops, printers to the government. Ajay is also a dealer. Okay, me and Ajay, we are two big dealers. Now Kumar Roshan and Madam Santoshi, these are new entrants. They also come. So what I will do, I will have setting with the chief minister or top IAS officers. I will go to them, I will tell them that in the tender, please put a clause that only that company can apply who has a track record of last 10 years, who has a sale of 50 crores per year. Now what happens? Out of 94 people in the class, 90 are gone because you are not even eligible to apply. So who is left? Only me and Ajay are left. This is known as crony capitalism, where we are using our position, our power, and we are forcing the government to change the policies so that we can be benefited and new entrant cannot come. This happens in every country, but in India it is way too much. This is a problem. Next, what is a welfare approach? Sir, welfare approach इसलिए काम नहीं करती because in welfare approach there is lot of corruption. आप ये देख लो ना, ये कितनी schemes हैं government की that we will give this much money, this much money, this much money, this much money, but how much money actually reaches people? If government gives 100 rupees for a poor person, only 5 rupees reaches the bottom. That's all. Rest everything is gone. So this is the reason welfare approaches does not work. So welfare approach was given by Alfred Marshall. He was the first economist who shifted the emphasis of economics from wealth to welfare. Okay, but this does not work. Then ends scarce approach. This question came in the previous exam. that this end scars approach was given by Robbins. This question came. Economics is a science which studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means. This means that the needs of humans are infinite, but the resources are limited. Okay, man has unlimited needs, but the resources in the economy are limited. This is known as an end scarce approach. Then you sometimes get this question. So this is, I made this paper, I'll just put it in your chat box, you can download. What is the central problem of economy? The central problem of economy revolves around this: what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. What to produce is what are the types of goods you should produce, quantity, how much quantity you should produce. Okay, since everything is limited in the economy, if you produce one good, you have to produce the less of another good. What do I mean with this? Look, idhar dekho. Suppose there are only 100 people in India. Suppose only 100 people. Okay, and let us say there is only 100 acres of land, and there is only 100 crore rupees. Suppose. Now with these resources, if you put all these people, all this land, and all these money, you can produce 1,000 cars. Is that clear? But if you stop producing cars and you put these 100 people, 100 acre land and 100 crores to make computers, you will make 4,000 computers. So either you can make 1,000 cars and 0 computers, or you can make 4,000 computers and 0 cars. Okay, but suppose I say that I want 3,000, I want 800 cars, or I want here, let us say 500 cars. If I produce 500 cars, then I will produce only 2,000 computers. Why? Because people are limited, land is limited, money is limited. If I am producing this, then I have to produce less computers. If I have to produce more cars. This is what is the meaning of what to produce. Because he says how much type, how much quantity. Because the resources are in limited quantities. If I produce more of one good, it will result in less production of other good. Is that clear? Did you understand what is the meaning of what to produce?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, how to produce? How to produce? Do you need more labor-intensive techniques, or do you want to produce by more capital-intensive techniques? Labor-intensive techniques, less automation. Capital-intensive techniques, you spend more money on technology. Okay, you produce self-driving trucks. Recently, in Seattle, Washington, Amazon created a store where there is no employee. On the ceiling, there are only cameras. So Mr. Ajay walks in the store, camera will start following Ajay. Where is Ajay going? What is Ajay doing? Ajay picks up one sandwich, camera will immediately calculate that, record that Ajay has picked one sandwich, the price of this sandwich is $5. Ajay will pick one can of Coke, price of this is $1. The moment Ajay goes out of the shop, he will receive a SMS that thank you for purchasing one sandwich and one Coke. Your credit card has been debited by $6. Happy shopping. Finished. Now this is a capital intensive technique. But if in that store there are 10 people, that will be a labor intensive technique. Depending on the manpower situation, how you want to produce. Then for whom do you want to produce? This problem deals with determining the final consumers of goods produced. As the resources in economy are scarce, it becomes difficult to cater to all the sections of society. So resources are limited. I cannot make everything for everyone. So now I have to choose what I am going to make, how I am going to make, and for whom. Kisko dena hai? For the poor class or for the rich class? It leads to a problem of choice in economy as good that may be in demand, okay, but that might not be in demand for somebody else. For one section of society, it might be in demand, but it might not be in demand for somebody else. Okay, I might decide to make Nike shoes, but how many population can, if I start focus more on Nike shoes, that means I'm just focusing on the top 1 or 2% of the population. What about the rest? So this is known as central problems of economy. You sometimes get one question from this page. I will simply put this page in your chat box, download and keep it with you. It's in the chat box, you can download it. Okay. Next is, so central problems of economy, this we have done. What to produce, how to produce, for whom. So I'm writing over here, read the PDF that I have sent to you. Next is solution of central problems. So what I'll do is, let us have a break for 10 minutes. 5 minutes break बहुत है. Let us have a 5-minute break. ठीक है?
10 minutes sir, 10 minutes.
सर एक बार स्लाइड पीछे करना होगा, स्क्रीनशॉट लेना. स्लाइड पीछे करना सर एक.
हाँ करो.
जो भी राइट किया ना सर वो.
ये?
हाँ ये वाला सर राइट.
10 minutes break.
चैट बॉक्स में तो मिल नहीं रहा सर वो.
चैट बॉक्स मैं व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में शेयर कर दूंगा, डोंट वरी. ओके
ठीक है.
अगर किसी को चलो, अगर एक आई रिक्वेस्ट यू, इफ somebody who has downloaded it, can you WhatsApp this file to me? I'll put it in the WhatsApp group.
Yes,
okay?
sir. We can.
So we'll start in 10 minutes.
9 o'clock.
Recording stopped.